Hi Gemini, welcome to your April 2023 Astrology Horoscope forecast. It's yet another big month. We have a solar eclipse and then we have your ruler Mercury, which is going to be going retrograde towards the end of the month. I'm going to be linking a separate video on the poor Mercury retrograde so that you can go and you can check it. But the retrograde is going to be happening in the house of secrets. This is the house of family skeletons. I'm going to be breaking up the entire month for you. I'm going to be associating the slow moving planets along with your house of relationship, your house of money, career, children. So do have the patience and stick around till end of the video. On the 4th, we have your ruler Mercury that is moving into your house of behind the scenes. This is the house of spirituality. This is where we go and recharge ourselves emotionally. And we're also going to be having Uranus and Venus that are going to be moving there towards end of the month. So Mercury is going to be bringing up a lot of conversations around spirituality. It's going to be bringing up a lot of conversations around who am I, my family pattern, my own triggers, maybe the trauma that has got transferred generationally. You're going to be looking at your mother very carefully. You're going to be looking at maybe some idiosyncrasies that she has and how those that you have absorbed, as much as you have said, oh, I'm never going to be like that. It's a time wherein that you are going to be looking at your deep psychological patterns within the family and identifying them and seeing that, oh, I know where that comes from. And it's quite an interesting time. I'm just going to check if my mic is on. All right, great. It's quite an interesting time because it's literally like joining the dots. So if all along you've had this these unexplained emotional triggers in you, wherein that, say for example, you do not simply want to deal with things rather than sort them out, or taking absolutely emotional quick decisions and then thinking about them later. So this is a time where you will be having conversations. Maybe some of you will be with a therapist, you will be sort of sorting it out, but for some of you, you will be like recognizing them this month. They will be sort of brought to surface for you. On the 5th, we have a full moon that is there in your house of love, romance, creativity, and children. And this is bringing to light your passion projects. It's bringing to light things that really bring you joy, Gemini. So it can be that for some of you, if there has been a passion project that now you're thinking about turning it into a full-time career. And for some of you, you'll realize that, even though you have not sort of done much about turning it into a professional career, it has sort of become one. So say, for example, if you're somebody who's been a home chef or has been very good at baking, all of a sudden you find that you are, flooded with orders. Full moons are also emotional time because this is a time when something is coming to an end, it's reaching its fruition, and it can be in certain cases that a love affair is coming to an end, or romance is ending. Since this also governs your children, Geminians, it's a time that maybe some news regarding your children or maybe a worry that was there, that gets sorted during this time. Or maybe it could be that a child is finishing a higher education. In certain cases, it also means that, now the older children have sort of taken a decision in which direction they are moving. On the 12th, we have Venus that is moving into your own house of self. So big excitement around the what is it that I want, which direction am I going, the goals that I'm pursuing, my how do I want to look, what is it that I want to present to the world, my wardrobe, my hair, my work. So the entire focus is going to be on you. And this is also the time when you're sort of getting ready to put your best foot out in the world. So Venus is, first of all, it's a fabulous time to pamper yourself, to change your wardrobe completely. Maybe you're looking for a different hair, do absolute complete overhaul. It's advocated if you want to do that is something like this, then Venus is absolutely going to be supporting you. But emotionally as well, Venus is going to be making you feel more soft, and you're going to be feeling quite romantic, you're going to be feeling quite generous, and also you're going to be in a bit of a shopping mode, Geminins, even though you love shopping otherwise as well. On the 20th, we have a solar eclipse that is there in your house of groups of friends. These are the people whom you call your tribe. And this speaks about you connecting with a newer set of friends, people whom you with whom you are on the same plane, with whom you're in sync with people whom you can completely relate to. And the solar eclipse over here is going to be encouraging you to share even your newer version of yourself. For a lot of you, you're going to be letting go of maybe older groups of friends. It could simply be, that it's done their time and you no longer sort of want to be not just associated with, but it's, it just seems quite futile because you just feel that you are absolutely from different eras. On the 21st, we have Sun that is bringing the party to your behind the scenes. So something comes to light as far as a family secret is concerned. Maybe something could be brought out and it could take you by surprise. It's also, in any case, I think any time is a good time for charity. But this is a time that you could be more in tune with maybe, an animal shelter, orphanages, and you would want to do something. So fabulous time to be associating yourself with any of the causes that you feel extremely strongly for. It is a good time as well if you have been suffering from any psychological issue. It's a good time to be seeking out a therapist as well. Sun will also bring to clarity your own emotional patterns and your own triggers. And I think this entire month, the first half of the month is all about acknowledgement, implementation, and movement. And second part of the month is more about reflection. So a lot of focus is going to be there on your own deep-seated value system, maybe things that you have grown up with, which no longer hold much value, or they are no longer even relative in today's world. And you will find that these are maybe fears, or even your own parents or their parents' generational trauma or fear or pain that has got passed on to you. So Sun is going to be coming and lighting up all of that. On the 22nd, we have your ruler Mercury, which goes retrograde till about 15th of May in your 12th house. So not a good time during the retrograde. I will be linking up the video again, but not a good time to be buying heavy ticket item, and not a great time to be clearing any misunderstanding. I think it's a time where all kinds of communication is going to be absolutely go awry. So try not to sort difficult things during this time, and also do not pick on humongous projects during this time, because you will absolutely be lacking in focus, Geminins. Because this retrograde is happening in your house of behind the scenes, it could be that you are sort of going back into the past. You're looking at maybe things that as a child that you experienced, or as you grew up with, and they could just be coming back to you. You could just be thinking about that, and it could just be I think unpacking things emotionally, the emotional baggage. You could just be looking at it. And the Mercury retrograde is also, I think it's making you revise and understand and revisit those things, so that rather than have a trigger reaction of saying, oh, I don't want to deal with it, this is also you understanding your family pattern, Gemini. So take some time to understand your family roots, see as to generationally as to what has got transferred emotionally, how it is that say for example, your parents deal with trauma, or they deal with conflict, or they deal with confrontation. What is the reaction, and what happens? And then I think you can pick it up from there. It's been a pleasure speaking with you, Geminians. I'll see you again soon, and thank you so much.